There's an elephant and donkey both on shaky ground, but we got the truth and we gonna shout it loud. From the healthcare to taxes, they can't hide from us. With a wink and a nod, we expose all the fuss. Educating the masses with a smirk on our face, bringing clarity to the headlines in this crazy race. From the White House to your house, we cover it all, putting humor in the facts, we're having a ball. Oh no, America, let's get real and laugh, teaching you the politics with a little bit of sass. Current events and headlines that blow your mind, only on Oh No America you'll find.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oh No America. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, geez, technical difficulties abound. So, yeah, that's what I felt like. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good Tuesday morning to you. I thought I saw some memes today because, yesterday, that people were like, look how I didn't storm the Capitol. So mindful, so demure. Oh, guys, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in politics. What I would really love to do, I mean, we should just keep going on Project 2025, but did y'all see this disaster of a press conference that Trump just did? Oh my God. I think we have to bring it up. I think I must, we must address it. We must address it. Yes, yesterday I did my longest stream ever, guys, in the history of streams from any channel that I've done. It was 9 hours. I'm exhausted. I'm spent emotionally, physically. I feel good about the messaging that I got out there. I do need to work on toitening up. So I will work on that, but I'm proud that, there were 2,000 people in the chat for 9 hours, commenting, talking, interacting. And, we've gotten a lot of views on that one. So thank you. Thank you for that. Whoa, Australia's getting an Easter election. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Get out and campaign out there, Tazzy. Stand up for what's right. Go campaign for the candidate that you need. And, it's going to be a whole thing. When did I get my rainbow light? Guys, I have to change the batteries in these again. I had just put new batteries in both of them, and the 9-hour stream drained it. Yeah, I didn't get a lot to the questions and comments yesterday. I apologize for that. I thank you guys so much for all the interaction. It took 16 hours for someone to watch it. Who said it? Miriam, Scientology Up North, was like, my husband watched Titanic and Gone with the Wind, and you were still going. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, we're not done. But I'm maybe done with like that long of a stream. Guys, I sat still for 9 hours. I did go pee-pee like right at the beginning when my son called me, and then that was it. I didn't take a lunch break. As my wife pointed out, I did a 9-hour shift and I wasn't following the work rules. I didn't take, my 15s. I didn't take a half an hour lunch break. Yeah, that's, yeah. All right, guys, let's dive in. Let's bring up this press conference, okay? Because I want you to see how Trump starts out kind of on message, right? And then, okay, because it's very culty. It's very Darvo, okay? Yeah. He utilizes all of the narcissistic control, okay, in the same way that other people are doing that, in the same way cult leaders do. Because basically right now, Trump is running a cult. There's a great book by Steve Hassan called The Cult of Trump. Please go get that book and read it. I'll put the link up for that so you guys can get that book. It is absolutely spot on. and, is going to give you the insights on how Trump is using Darvo, coercive control, etc., to control his followers, okay? And to gaslight the world at the same time. So let me get you a link here for this. Linky link. Bingo bongo. There you go. What is up? Yeah. Say no to Darvo. I have to make that shirt like the Say No to Drugs. Remember that whole Say No to Drugs campaign that we had? Guys, where is it? The Just Say No. It was the Just Say No campaign. Just say no. It started out like this. Right? Which is really kind of like, so this is how unbelievably uncool we were in the 80s. Just say no. Trademarked. Yeah, Nancy Reagan. Just say no, guys. Just say no. And then there was the whole dare. I want to do it in this font. The dare to resist drugs and violence. I forget what DARE stands for. And then there's crime. McGruff, the crime-stopping dog. Just say no to drugs. Yeah, but we got to make one that says, just say no to Darvo. Then they put a little lion guy in there later. Yeah. We would all wear these stupid fakakta shirts. Yep. We're going to do it. Say no to Darvo. Just say no. That was Rancy. There she is. There's Nance. There's Mama Reagan. All right. Let's look at this press conference. Let me put up my disclaimer here. Oh, let's get that. Nope. Let's get that copyright disclaimer up. Okay. This is from the AP. This is a live press conference that literally just happened, okay? Copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement is intended. Yes, I am very tired today, for those of you asking, as is my voice. So here we go with, and I'm going to speed them up a little bit here. We're gonna get at the one, at least 1.25 here on the Trumpity Trump.
He knows. So Hussein, we're going to work with you and make sure everything goes smoothly. We have powers that haven't really been used in terms of environmental. If you invest over $1 billion in the United States, we're going to give expedited reviews to everybody because everyone's afraid they're going to come in and get caught in the quagmire, which...
So here's the quid pro quo right off the top. If you invest over $1 billion in the United States, we're going to give you an expedited review.
Is very prevalent in the United States, unfortunately, the quagmire of environmental and various other regulations and rules. And
it's a quagmire on the environment, guys.
Made it a point of telling people if you invest $1 billion or more, and we'll do this for people with far less too, but we guarantee it. We're going to move them quickly through the environmental process. Sometimes people held up 12, 13, 14, 15 years. I saw it with plants in Louisiana where I got it approved in literally a week. They were through the review in 1 week after spending 14 and a half years trying to get it, and they were going nowhere. It was a terrible thing. So
yeah, let's just push through all these people who want to fuck the environment. As long as you give us enough money, no worries.
I've been a victim of that myself over the years.
All right, Darvo, right there. Reverse the victim and offender.
And I think I know all the games and all the tricks that are played. And much of it is just done to stop progress. So we're going to be helping you and everybody else that comes to the United States and wants to invest their money, that you don't get tied up for the rest of your life and you can't do anything. This commitment further underscores that many of the greatest business leaders on earth are seeing a very bright economic future for America.
So he's got to read from the script here. He's got to, right, because what just happened? Correct, that kitchen witch. Correct, Suzanne. Joe Biden just issued protections on ocean sites to prevent drilling And Trump is mad. Yeah, he's mad. But he's going to read from his script first, guys. Watch, listen to his tone when he's scripted and then when he goes off the script.
Since the election, a lot of positive things have happened. We are inheriting a difficult situation from the outgoing administration, and they're trying everything they can to make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage, and interest rates are far too high.
Inflation has nothing to do with all of the ways you just gave tax breaks to billionaires the last time you were in office, and the poors like me got the short end of the stick and didn't get a raise equivalent with the inflation since 1980. Yeah.
And I've been disappointed to see the Biden administration's attempt to block the reforms of the American people and that they voted for. We had a landslide election. We won every swing state. We won the popular vote by millions and millions of people.
It's very true.
Nobody even knows how many people. Millions.
Well, no, there's an exact number. It's been counted, and they can tell you.
And they're still counting in some areas. They're still counting the vote in some areas. Can you believe this? What a place. What a horrible place. One of the things we're going to do is we've got to fix the election so that we get honest counts and they get done by 10 o'clock in the evening or something up thereabouts.
Don't let that slip by you. We got to fix the elections so that the counting is done by 10 o'clock in the evening. How what magician is going to get that done?
There are places where they're still counting votes. President Biden's actions yesterday on offshore drilling, banning offshore drilling, will not stand. I will reverse it immediately.
I will reverse it immediately.
It'll be done immediately. And we will drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, fuck the ocean. Fuck the whales. Fuck all of the fish that we're obsessed with eating in sushi houses. Fuck that. Fuck it.
Fuck me gently with the chainsaw.
Fuck it.
We're going to be drilling in a lot of other locations, and the energy costs are going to come way down. They'll be brought down to a very low level.
Really? You're going to get the greedy ass fucking oil companies to lower their gas prices when they could make gajillion dollars more because the price of oil goes down, the barrel price goes down. You think they're going to bring it back down to like 1990s prices, like $1.25 a gallon, which even if they charge that now, y'all, they'd still be making a profit.
And that's going to bring everything else down. That's what caused it to go up, along with the ridiculous spending on the Green New Scam. All this money, trillions of dollars. It's like throwing it right out the window, what they're doing. And
yeah, we're just throwing it away trying to save the earth. Gross.
Trying to spend so much now. They're just taking money and giving it to anybody that wants it for any project at all if it's certified under the Green New Scam.
Really? Can I get certified and ask for money? Is that how it works? If I'm doing something that's environmentally friendly, I could just ask for money and then I automatically get approved for it? Wow.
And they don't work. It's too expensive. And, they told me that we're going to do everything possible to make this transition to the new administration very smooth. It's not smooth because
we're starting to get off script here.
Here we go. As you know, they've been playing with the courts for 4 years. Probably got me more votes.
Oh, you mean the fact that the judge in your case said that they weren't going to delay it till after the election and they're going to see you in court and come up with a decision? I don't think Biden did that. I think the judge did that.
Because I got the highest number of votes ever gotten by a Republican, by far, actually, by a lot. And
because you're a cult leader. And people are under narcissistic Darvo gaslighting control. Not because you're actually going to do anything good. You're a paid puppet by the 1% and Putin and other people. Like, give me a break.
They had a great election, so I guess it didn't work. But even to this day, they're playing with the courts. They have their friendly judges that like to try and...
No one's playing with the courts. The courts are enacting United States justice per the laws, my friend.
Make everybody happy on the Democrat side. It's called lawfare. It's called weaponization of justice, and it's happened at a level nobody's ever seen before. So many. I defeated deranged Jack Smith. He's a deranged individual. I guess he's on his way back to The Hague, and we won those cases. Those were the biggest ones, and the press made such a big deal out of them. But we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong on anything, and the people saw that. When they vote when a Republican, it's not easy for a Republican. When the Republican wins the popular vote by millions, and wins all 7 of the swing states, people said, well, he could win 4. We won all 7, and we won them by a lot. That tells you we won. And they've been watching this injustice. I call it the Injustice Department. What they've done is so bad. The whole world has watched that.
The Injustice Department. Now we're just going straight 1984. We're just going straight 1984.
And it took work, but it got me a lot of votes because when explained, we have a judge in New York who's a very crooked judge.
No, see, when you continually malign justices of the peace, that's not good. That's not a good look. You're just trying to remove faith and trust in the American justice system because you got caught.
I'm under a gag order. I can't even talk about aspects of the case that are...
But you keep doing it.
The most vital aspects. Do you know that I'm the president-elect of the United States of America? I'm a former very successful president. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We had
No.
borders that were sealed and beautiful.
No.
Everything was good. We had no wars.
No.
We defeated ISIS.
No.
We had no wars. Now I'm going into a world that's burning with Russia
If you defeated ISIS, why are they still here?
and Ukraine.
Also, if you're so great, why did a MAGA terrorist blow up a Cybertruck in front of your Trump Tower in Chi-Town? Why was that? Explain.
With Israel, you took a look at that attack on October 7th, the attack on Israel, with the horrible way they got out. Not the fact that they got out. I would have been out before them, but we would have been out of Afghanistan with dignity and strength as opposed to looking like a bunch of fools with 13 dead and many, many badly, horrifically injured. Nobody ever talks about them. No arms, no legs. Nobody ever talks about them. The way they got out was outrageous, leaving billions of dollars of brand new military equipment that I bought in the hands of the Afghans and specifically the Taliban. It's the group. And we were doing very well. We would have been out. We would have been respected. I think it's one of the reasons it was so badly handled, that withdrawal, where people are jumping onto airplanes, falling off the sides of airplanes when they're 3,000 feet in the air. And nobody's ever seen anything like that, the worst. And because of that, I think Russia went and attacked Ukraine. When they saw that, they said, these guys are incompetent. They don't know what they're doing. But we know what we're doing now. And that's going to all end. And we have a great military. I defeated ISIS. As you know, we're in no wars. I just finished a couple. And we got also our soldiers guarding Syria and Turkey. We're in the middle. We had 5,000 soldiers. They would have been gobbled up with two armies. We had one army, 300,000. We had another one, 500,000 or 600,000, getting ready. We had 5,000 people in the middle. I said to a general, how do 5,000 people do in that case? And the general just looked at me and said, not well, sir, not well. And I took him out. And you know what happened? Nothing. I got criticized. I saved 5,000 lives, actually. And we did a great job, and we're going to do an even better job because now we have a tremendous amount of experience. We have people that I can rely on. But the 625 million acres, people can't realize. It's like the whole ocean. Take an acre. You know, an acre, you have a house on a half an acre, on a quarter of an acre, or an acre. If you have an acre, you have a big deal. Now you multiply that by 625 million acres. It's like...
This is a man who's never lived on anything smaller than an estate or an entire floor in like a high-rise building. An acre, sir, is not that much land. One singular acre. A lot of people would kill for that. They'd have a nice backyard, but it's not like it's a mile. It's an acre. It's not even as big as a football field.
Feels like the whole ocean. And that's our strength.
625 acres is vast. But again, not the whole ocean, my friend. No.
People can say we manufacture, we don't manufacture. The thing we have oil and gas more than anybody in the world. We're going to have more of it, too. But
no, we need to cut. Oh, my God.
625 million acres of offshore drilling.
We have to start cutting back on this stuff.
We'll put it back. I'm going to put it back on day one. I'm going to have it revoked on day one. We'll go immediately. If we
He's
need to,
going to put it back.
Go to the courts. But if we do have to go to the courts, they try to be sneaky. They go in and they sign. Remember, this is a man that said he wants the transition to be smooth. Well, you don't do the kind of things. You don't have a judge working real hard to try and embarrass you. Because I did nothing wrong. By the way, I did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong,
guys.
guys.
Right now because I've won all these cases. Nobody's ever won so many cases as I have against the Justice Department. I mean, Jack Smith had cases all over the place. People were being subpoenaed. Lives were being ruined. They were spending everything they had, money. We were helping them out. We had to. They were subpoenaing people that had no idea what they were even talking about. That's a sick group of people. And it was all to influence the election. It was all a fight against a political opponent. We've never had that in this country. We have had that in certain countries. We've had that in third-tier countries. We've had that in banana republics, but we've never had that in a place like the United States.
Countries,
I don't even know
guys.
If it's been on a small level. I'm sure it has been on a small level, but this was the largest level.
Third-tier
countries. He's a mean guy. He's a mean, nasty guy. His picture was perfect because you look at his picture, you say, that's a bad guy.
Let's keep yelling about
purple robe, and he executes
the
people. He shouldn't be
Hague.
allowed to execute people because he'll execute everybody. He's a nut job. But we won all of those cases with him, and I don't know the judge in Florida, but we had a brilliant judge in Florida that saw right through it, and we won the case. She was a brilliant judge with great courage. The left, as we call them, the radical left, they have a way. They play the
radical left, guys.
Very hard. They play the ref. They go and say horrible things about judges and prosecutors. And some judges and prosecutors say, look, the only way I'm going to get these people off my back is to give victory to them. They're playing the ref. I think it's illegal what they do. It's almost like talking. It's worse than talking to a judge.
This is like talking. This is like a football coach
in Florida, Judge
who
Kennedy
has
was brilliant and
lost.
tough, and she didn't stand for it.
And this
And I
is
don't
what
know.
he has to say about the refs and
never met her
everybody
until the case,
else.
and I don't believe I said even one word to her. But she was very, very strong and very, very brilliant. And her opinion was so brilliant that they dropped their appeal. They couldn't beat the appeal.
They couldn't
So that's
beat
what we're up
the
against.
appeal.
So they say we're going to have a smooth transition. All they do is talk. It's all talk. Everything they do is talk. We're going to
Right,
have a
it's
smooth
just
transition.
all-
And then they take 625 million acres and they essentially landmark it so you can't ever drill there again. Well, we're going to be drilling soon. We're going to be opening up Anwar. We're
Drill,
gonna be doing
baby,
all sorts of things
drill.
that, nobody ever thought was even possible. But remember when and just to get off the subject, because I couldn't believe it when I heard it yesterday. I couldn't believe
He's
the
gotta
size
get
of it.
off the
Put down a
subject,
map and
guys.
put this up. It's just massive. And remember that that's worth probably, I mean, I've had estimates, $40 to $50 trillion. That's more than our national debt. Essentially, he's thrown it away. He's thrown it away. He's taken $50 trillion. So if we owe $35 trillion, he's taken $50 trillion of value and thrown it right out the window. We can't do that. Nobody can do that. One other thing he did yesterday, which was
See, he
in many
looks
ways
at
worse.
all of
It's
the
actually
oil
gonna be
as
worse. He
value,
wants all gas heaters
not
out of your
and
homes and
the oil and gas
apartments.
as
He wants it to
value,
be
not
replaced
as
by essentially electric heaters. I
destruction
don't know what it is with electric. This guy
to
loves electric.
our
We're ending the electric
environment
car
that
mandate
we
quickly, by the way.
will
This guy
not
loves
recover
electric.
from.
And we don't have enough electricity, and then we have AI where we need more, and he wants everybody to have an electric heater instead of a gas heater. Gas heater is much less expensive. The heat is much better.
The
It's a much
heat is
better
better, guys. Did you know
as the
that?
expression goes, you don't itch. Does anybody have a
Do you
heater
get
where you go
itchy?
and you're
Guys,
scratching and that's what they want
raise
you
your
to have. They don't
hand
want
if
to have
you
gas
use
where
electric
you
heat.
don't have the problems of the electric.
And put a 1 in the chat
And
if you use
the
electric
source is
heat in
plentiful.
your house
They're much cheaper to
versus
operate. They're
gas
much better.
heat.
They work much better. They look much
And
better.
put a 1 in the
60%
chat
of
if you've
homes and
ever
departments have gas heaters.
experienced,
He wants them all removed quickly. These
you
people are
know,
crazy. There's something wrong with them.
itchiness.
There's something wrong
What
with
is he
them. They also
talking
want to go
about?
back, and they have already started that.
Do you see what I'm
When you buy a
saying?
faucet, no water comes out because they want to preserve. Even in areas that have so much water, you don't know what to do. It's called rain. Comes down from heaven.
Rain.
And,
Guys,
they wanna
rain,
do,
did you know, comes
the water
down from
comes out of
heaven?
the shower. It goes drip, drip, drip.
Drip,
So
drip.
what happens? You're in the shower 10 times as long. You know, no water comes out of the faucet. You want to wash your hands.
Yeah.
They want to go back to even stronger than what they have right now. As you know, I ended that policy. You can have all the water you want. Makes no difference. It comes weird.
Guys, you
Especially
can
in
have
certain
all
areas
the
where so
water
much
you
water,
want.
You don't know what to do with it. But
Can
these are
have
all things,
all
they want
the water
very, very little
you
water to go into your dishwasher,
want.
almost none. And you know what people do? They just keep pressing, keep it going. They end up using more water. Likewise, washing machines. They want in your washing machine to have very little water coming out of the washing machine. So when you wash your clothing, you have to wash it 4 times instead of once. You end up using more water. We're a party of common sense, and things that I'm telling you now is really all about common sense. On January 20th, we'll turn the economy around very quickly.
Oh,
Because right now
really?
when I think of our
Well,
economy,
how
I
are
think
you
about
going to do
inflation.
that? How are we
have
turning it
inflation,
around
I
very
believe,
quickly?
at a level that we never had before. There's never been anything like it. And over the next 4 years, the United States is going to take off like a rocket ship. But
Guys,
really,
we're
it's already
taking
doing
off
it. If you
like
take
a
look,
rocket
just,
ship.
last month,
For
SoftBank announced
who?
the $200 billion. I think it'll be 200. He
For
said
your
between 100, and I
friends?
said, how about making it
For the
200?
rich people?
He sort of said yes, but let's say it's 100, but it might be 200, right, Brian? Dollars, United States, creating more than 100,000 jobs. Hussein just announced tremendous investment. that he's gonna make.
100,000
That's
jobs
money that's in the bank. He's
just
gonna come and do it. He'll do a
announced.
great job, and he'll build the best centers in the country. Because I know the way he builds. Since my election, the stock market has set records. The S&P 500 index has broken above 6,000 points for the first time ever.
This
Never
is
even
all he
close.
cares about, money.
In a single month, small
Who
business
gives a
optimism soared
fuck about the
41
stock
points.
market?
It's not a 41. It went up 41 points.
Who,
And that's
honestly,
the largest in
who
the 39
gives
39-year
an
history.
actual
The group
F
that does it, according to Gallup, the American
about
people's confidence in the
the
economy has just
stock
surged to the highest level in
market?
history. That's why I have a news conference like that. I take the greatest business leaders in the world. I say, hey, do you want to say you're going to invest the money? They're not looking for news conferences. They're saying, what am I doing here? They go in and they invest money. But it's good to know where the smartest business people in the world are investing, and they're investing in the United States.
Are they?
So we've done this all in 2 months
Are
of not
they?
being
And
there.
the smartest
You know, we
business
haven't
people
been
in the
there.
world. Notice he
And,
says that because
it's pretty
who's
amazing
really
when we think we're doing
investing
some
in the
really
United States right now?
Great things,
China.
really great things. We're being respected again
Russia.
all over the world. The Panama Canal is a disgrace. What
That's
took
where
place
all
at
the
Panama
rich
Canal.
people are, and that's where
Jimmy
they're
Carter gave it to
investing
them for
from.
$1.
It's
And
not
they were supposed to
from.
treat us
It's
well. I
not
thought it was a
business.
terrible thing to do.
American
It was the most
business people
expensive,
investing in America,
structure
which he
ever built
fails to
in the history of our
say.
country, relatively. It would be the equivalent of substantially over $1 trillion today. We lost 38,000 people. Think of it, 38,000 people that died from malaria.
$1 trillion.
Mosquitoes. They were unable to stop the mosquitoes. They paid people 5 times more to take the job. Many of those people died. We gave it away for $1. But the deal was that, you know, they have to treat us fairly. They don't treat us fairly. They charge more for our ships than they charge for ships of
What?
other countries. They
He
charge
went
more
from
for our Navy
people
than they charge
dying
for
from
navies of other countries.
mosquitoes
They laugh at us because they think we're
to
stupid.
I don't know what.
But we're not stupid anymore. So the Panama Canal is under discussion with them right now. They violated every aspect of the agreement, and they morally violated it also. Mm-hmm. And they want our help because it's
Well,
leaking
you're a moral
and not in
violation,
good repair.
sir.
And they want us to give $3 billion to help fix it.
On the whole
They said, well, why
planet.
don't you get the money from China? Because China's basically taken it over. China's at both ends of the Panama Canal. China's running the Panama Canal. And they come to see this Biden, this guy who should never have been allowed even to run for president. Of course, she shouldn't have either, because that never happened. It had to be two people, not one. But they want $3
Here we
billion
go.
to fix the Panama Canal that's run by China and makes a lot of money, China. One of the most profitable structures ever built, because you have ships lined up back to Florida, frankly, and they just keep going through, and the numbers are staggering, $500,000 to $1 million a ship. And they took it away from us, meaning we gave it to them for $1. But not going to happen. What they've done to us, they've charged us.
We gave the Panama Canal away for $1. We gave the Panama Canal away for $1. I can't, that's just, what? What? So this happened back in 1977. Yeah, Jimmy Carter gave the Panama Canal back to Panama. Teddy Roosevelt built it. The Torres-Carter treaties were far more complex than a simple sale, right? They considered two key agreements: the Panama Canal Treaty, which outlined a 20-year transition for Panama to assume control of the canal, and the Treaty of Permanent Neutrality, which guaranteed the canal would remain open to international shipping. Okay, the treaties sparked intense debate in the United States. President Jimmy Carter faced fierce opposition from conservative politicians such as Reagan, Storm Thurmond, and Jesse Helms, who argued the agreements would harm U.S. economic and military interests. Carter, however, defended the treaties as vital for correcting historical injustices and strengthening relations with Latin America. Despite the opposition, intense lobbying included unexpected support from actor John Wayne helped secure Senate approval in 1978. The ratification was a pivotal step in formalizing the handover and embedding the agreements into U.S. law. Okay, guys, we have to remember that the creation of the Panama Canal was, again, something done by white colonizers to say, we need this. And they fucked an entire ecosystem and people. And Jimmy Carter was attempting to put that right. Okay. Contrary to Donald Trump's claims, the U.S. did not sell the Panama Canal to Panama for $1. The treaties involved significant U.S. commitments, including $345 million in loans and military credits to support Panama's transition. Moreover, the U.S. retained the right to defend the canal against threats. Historical records revealed that the U.S. had invested billions in constructing and maintaining, the canal. Today, the Panama Canal generates billions annually for who? For Panama, as it should, serving as a major revenue source. However, growing Chinese investments in the region have sparked new geopolitical concerns. Okay, so Panama's made bajillions of dollars off of this canal, as they should. It's their fucking property, okay? But now, China's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna help build some stuff. Y'all want some hotels? Y'all want some apartments? Y'all want some roads? Y'all want what you want? What y'all want? Uncle Xi Jinping's got you. Uncle Xi Jinping right here. Come on, I take you a nice dinner. Let's go. Right? Because after Carter did this, people just decided to shit on Panama and not invest in Panama and not continue the relationship, right? There are a lot of countries out there where we have done exactly this, okay? Bombarded our way in there, fucked their shit up for our own profit. And then at least Jimmy Carter, like, you know, made it a bit right. And then, well, now it's not ours. We don't want to play with it anymore. That doesn't make no sense. Why not continue to build that relationship? Oh, you didn't think it was going to be profitable? See, here's the difference between us. Here's the difference between the United States and everyone else. Okay. This is the wrong one. I don't want that one. That's the one I want. So the difference between us and everyone else in the world, okay, specifically China and Russia, is Americans, we want everything right now, right now, right now. What 10 minutes ago should have happened. Let's do it. Make it happen. Make it so. Starbucks fucking mentality, right? That things have to happen. I want it. It appears. Amazon mentality, right? Okay. We have lost the art of the long game. Okay. Russia and China have been playing the long game now. China for well over a century, everyone who hasn't been paying attention. Russia has been paying the long game since before the Cold War, and they never stopped. Right? All this shit that Trump's bitching about in his word salad, gobbledygook, poop-de-poop soup is his demonstration of America's complete lack of foresight and patience to see something through. Okay? China, while we've been bitching at them, imposing sanctions, blah, 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 has slowly built up not only their economy, okay, not only becoming the world's sole superpower in terms of money, okay, manufacturing, interests outside of their country, okay, they own more properties now around the world planting their flag than I believe the British Empire did in the height of the British Empire. Okay? They have been very smart, very methodical with this. Okay? Back when I was a kid in the 80s, if you picked up something, okay, this is the remote. This is the remote for my lights, okay? And it says on it, it'll say it somewhere, because this is EcoSmart. You'll have to tell me. This one doesn't say. They've stopped putting it on a lot of things I've noticed lately, right? That, remember when we were kids and you would pick something up and it would clearly say made in wherever, right? There used to be like a stamp somewhere on the product itself. They don't have it on this remote. Let's see, is it on my hard drive? Everything is so tiny. Made in Malaysia. Okay, this one's made in Malaysia, right? When I was a kid back in the 80s, if you had something, your jeans, a hat, you know, a toy, and it said made in China, you had to throw that shit away. You had to literally throw that shit away. Because people would beat you up for having shit that was made in China. Like that's how fierce people think people are about America first now. They didn't grow up in the 80s, bitch. Like it's insane. But China overcame that. Now people don't care. Trump's clothes are made in China, y'all. People don't care. People don't care. But he wants to like rev up that old-timey American made in the USA. You know, where's my water bottle made? Where's this Awala bottle made? What does it say? And I love this bottle, by the way. It's fucking great. Hand cup. Not for use with hot liquids, BPA free. Oh, there it is. China. Awala, which is not a Chinese company, manufactures these bottles in China. Right? Still cold. Still good. I mean, shit, I've dropped this bottle so many times. Look at the bottom is all banged up and shit. It still works. That's what matters to me. Right. And that's what became of that in the late 90s and in the early aughts. Like nobody gave a shit anymore. Right. Which allowed China to increase their production, entice more American manufacturers to come over and enjoy the benefits of fully formed factories ready to go, ready to make whatever their shit is that they wanted produced for cheap, 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 cheap. Okay? Russia, in the meantime, has continued their undercover operations here by growing people inside of Russia that are raised as Americans, but are undoubtedly Russian spies to then implant those people in various points of society for the long motherfucking game so that they can get into positions of power as Americans and start calling shots. This is not like, hyperbole, guys. This is what they do. China took over America with what? TikTok. TikTok, one company, changed the whole zeitgeist of America. And then people finally got on the thing and were like, fuck, this is giving China all of our social information. They are learning everything about the American psyche. We must shut this down. It's going to court in the next coming week. They got their emergency hearing, I think, for the 19th or the 18th or something. Yeah, the TikTok hearing is coming up, right? I'm watching Pine Gap, Tazzy. I'm going to be honest with you. My wife and I are like, hate watching this show. There's so many facts in that show, but the acting is so horrifically bad. And if I have to see one more sex scene between the American guy and the Slavic Aussie shit, are you guys ever doing anything except for fucking? Like, they're in the bathtub, they're in the bed, they're on the counter, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm watching Pine Gap. It's real shit. This is the problem with a series like that. They didn't do a good job production-wise, but they do give you the information. The information is out there. Guys, go watch. You want to see information in real life? Go watch The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. In that movie, they break down the plot of 9/11. In the movie. Okay, all these times, and listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist that said nobody died. People died. Here's the thing about false flag operations. They kill real people. Okay, but it is a false flag in that the terror aspect of it is not real. You think it's real because real people died, and then there's this whole script and stuff, right? And that's a way to control the psyche. It's coercive, narcissistic, Darvo, right? To distract from other things, right? So every time we're having a fucking, something bad happens to distract from the real shit that's going on. That's what narcissists do. Okay. And in a lot of ways, the earth is run by the 1% who are themselves, narcissistic sociopaths. And they are playing with everyone's emotions and money and time to get their way. There's very few people that benefit from any of these actions, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sama. Yeah, 2 months ago, there was a family in Bulgaria who got sent back to Russia. Their parents were both spies, and they had lived there for 25 years. They had 2 kids while they were doing it. They all, no matter what, go watch the show The Americans, right? I'm about to go watch Black Doves, which is like the same fucking thing. It doesn't matter the country. Everyone is doing it to control, to keep the people here so that we don't have total free will, right? To really go out and do the things that we could be doing. Like, why? Okay, wild idea. Here we go. Why is capitalism legal? Why is capitalism legal? It's a terrible idea. This whole free market bullshit, people get to charge whatever they want and all these things, and it goes all the way down the line, and it's trickle economics and la, right? How does that work for everyone? There's very few people who benefit from capitalism. It's just a gigantic pyramid scheme that we have made legal, right? It is insane. It doesn't help anyone. It gives very few people ultimate power, and the rest of us struggle to keep up, to maintain the little that we have, right? And then we're the ones that are blamed when the economy is bad. We're the ones that are blamed when the stock markets doesn't go up or down. You know, anything that happens to rich people, who's to blame for that? It's the poors. Always. Right? Because then the poors will start fighting amongst each other. Oh, it's the blacks, it's the Asians, it's the Hispanics. Close the border. Right? So the poor white people will be like, rah, we're better than somebody. Because they think, right? Hey, you're part of it. You're not. You're not part of it. You're not part of it, Trump supporters who are poor and on, various degrees of government assistance and working a dead-end job for minimum wage. You are not part of it. He would not let you into Mar-a-Lago. You're not part of it. Okay? You are a filthy, disgusting poor. Okay? Who is to be used as part of the, slave workforce to make things better for the rich. Okay, all of us here at the bottom of the totem pole who are clocking in and clocking out at any institution, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You are part of the machine that feeds the hungry hippo rich. That's what we're all doing, right? If somehow the lie of capitalism was true, hard work and perseverance will get you further. Every single illegal Mexican immigrant who works 10 plus hours a day picking all the vegetables in the field would already be billionaires, because I can't point to, besides like ER doctors and like other people, I don't know anybody who's working harder than those people every single motherfucking day into their 60s and 70s. So if hard work and perseverance is supposed to pay off and make you rich, why aren't all of those migrant workers rich? It doesn't make sense, because you know who's rich? Dole. You know who's rich? Chiquita Banana. All of the fucking vegetable company heads, all of those guys are rich. Okay. They're not doing the hard work. They're not in the fields toiling. Right? What hard work are they doing? Paying off border security, got to spend all this money to make sure that their workers can stay here with, just like, look the other way, thank you, on this inspection. How much more money do you think that those enterprises are going to have to pay out now to pay off Homeland Security and border security to keep their indentured servitude workforce going once Trump seals up the border and deeply criminalizes people coming to this country? What do you think is going to happen? He's going to keep rallying against windmills that are causing cancer. No fucking windmill has ever caused cancer in the history of windmills. Otherwise, everyone in Holland would already have died of cancer and there'd be no people there. I mean, right? That doesn't even make no sense. But people believe this guy. People believe this guy because he's a cult leader. He's a cult leader. He can say anything. He can say literally anything. And people are like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds legit. Sure. Yeah. The next 4 years are going to be wading through so much gobbledygook, guys. I cannot even tell you. Yeah. Yes, Jackie, this is a very true statement. We worship money. You have money, you must be smart. Yeah, I know a lot of dumb people with money. I can tell you that. And I know a lot of brilliant people who have none. So make that make sense. Make that make sense. All right, guys, let me get to your questions and comments. I have a doctor's appointment. And then maybe I'll be back on my other channel. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm so tired, guys. I could have honestly have slept this whole day away. I will say this: 9 hours of streaming is straight. I'm 48. I don't think I should be doing that. That's a lot. Not because I wasn't speaking truth. It's a long time. And I need to, I need to pace myself. All right, let me get to your comments and questions here. Oh, Kelly, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for speaking the truth. All right. Hopefully I had plenty of Coca-Cola. Vernon, I'm only having one a day. I'm trying to quit that. 2025 will be the year that I finally finish drinking Coca-Cola for good. Thank you, Steffi. Great live yesterday. You need a little Coca-Cola to zhuzh it up. Yeah. I had my coffee. I'm still tired. Recently, Zuckerberg said he will remove fact-checking from Facebook. Wonderful. And will move the fact-checking group to Texas. He will move to community notes like X. Oh, God. Okay, the only advice I have then is everybody, get your moms, your dads, your nanas, your pop-pops. Just go in. They don't know how to get in there anyway. Just go in and delete their Facebooks. And then show them blue sky and do that. Because if they continue to be on that, it's going to be bad. We need to somehow get our parents and our nanas and pop-pops off of Facebook and X and just social media in general. Like it's really bad, guys. This influence, this constant fucking shit. Yeah, Shula, I agree. He is the biggest liar. If what Trump says is 100% true, then Dianetics can cure cancer. Yeah. Yeah, it is dizzy as heck. By the way, hi to you, Aubrey. Yeah, me too. Me too. I feel you on that. I'm glad we're going to declare that, because here's the deal, guys. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to parse words anymore. You know, I have a dedicated political channel, which is this one. And guys, we are so close to monetization. And that's because of you guys. That is because of you guys. Because of you guys watching and everything else. Let me see where we're at. Okay, so it's in progress right now. They're still reviewing the channel. Okay, so that can take like a week or so. But that's because you guys come here, you view, you like, you subscribe. God, I appreciate you guys so much. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. You know, but yeah, I got a stream to do on the other channel. We'll talk about it there. This video on fast speed is absolutely hilarious. He's not even on drugs. God save America. Thank you, Steffi. And God save Canada too, man. Your PM just stepped down. I really hope somebody good takes his place. I want to support all your channels by watching, but I just can't handle hearing that voice anymore. I've liked it. I'll comment later. Thank you, Trisha. I understand. Trump is very triggering. It's going to be 4 years of talking about him, though. So let's be real. AI comments. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't care at all. He won't be alive when the consequences come. Correct. No, he won't. He'll be dead. Yeah. You live in a high water table area, because I almost am at what? Yeah, that's dangerous, man. Sea level is going to fuck your shit up, Aubrey. It's bad. Listen. I love us 90s babies, man. Captain Planet. And if you haven't seen the Don Cheadle parody of Captain Planet, do yourself a favor. That shit is hilarious. A little nasty remark here, but I clearly see where Aaron got the hand gestures from. Yeah. I think I just got blocked myself on 35 channels. No. He's doing Trump because he's MAGA. If you guys didn't know, I'm here to breaking news. Aaron Smith-Levin is a Trump supporter. But he won't say it because he doesn't do politics on his channel. But the rhetoric he was running last night, the train wreck economy, that's straight up Trump. That's straight up Trump, because he watches Trump, and yeah, he is a maggot. But he doesn't want to tell his core supporters that, because there are some libs in there that are still somehow supporting him. But if he came out and said, yeah, of course I voted for Trump, someone should ask him, Aaron, did you vote for Trump? Watch how fast that comment gets deleted. Oh, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you being here, even though politics isn't your jam. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is true. Well, who do you think Trump learned from? You know, people have taken a lot from Scientology, and becoming a narcissist, professional psychopath is one of them. Look up the 17 whales that died because of the windmills. What? Okay, fact check. What the fuck is this? Selma, what rabbit hole have you put me down on? What is going on? Okay. Let's pull it up for you guys. What? I've learned, I know nothing about this. Okay. I agree. Take my cookies, whatever. Fact check. Are wind turbines killing whales and making them batty, as Trump says? Why do some conservationists and Donald Trump think that wind turbines are killing marine mammals? Earlier this year, former President Donald Trump used a rally to claim that wind turbines, or windmills as he called them, were causing whales to wash up ashore and go batty. Is there any truth to the twice impeached and reality TV shows claims? At least 10 whales washed ashore in New York and New Jersey in early 2023. At the time, some protesters blamed wind farms. Save the whales, pause wind farms. But experts say it's very unlikely that offshore wind turbines are harming marine wildlife. How many whales have washed up on abnormally high number of humpback whales in North Atlantic Atlantic right whales have died off America's northeast coastline this year. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, reports that 83 whales have died off the East Coast since December 1st, 2022. Roughly half were humpbacks between Massachusetts and North Carolina, and 2 were critically endangered right whales in North Carolina and Virginia. This figure is particularly alarming given the diminishing size of local whale populations. There are less than 350, Jesus Christ, North Atlantic right whales remaining. Before 2016, whale stranding events off the Atlantic coast were rare. But in the last 8 years, humpback whales have been dying at an advanced rate, one the federal government terms unusual mortality event. Are wind turbines to blame? Coalition of environmentalists blamed wind turbines for the whale deaths, but the trend predates major offshore wind farm construction that began after President Joe Biden's election in 2020. His administration aims to power 10 million homes with offshore by 2030. There are 2 wind farms in operation with 7 turbines total. Another 2 farms are being constructed off New York and Massachusetts. South Fork Wind, located 56 kilometers east of Montauk Point, New York, began sending electricity from the first of its 12 turbines to the grid on 7th of December. Vineyards Wind, 62 turbine wind farm, 24 kilometers off Massachusetts, is planned to open early next year. 12 New Jersey mayors called for a moratorium on wind projects pending further investigation of the deaths. Why should offshore blah, 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 blah. NOAA says it's not that. There's no evidence to support speculation that noise resulting from wind development related site characterization could potentially cause the mortality of whales. In Europe, where offshore wind has been developed for more than 3 decades, national agencies have also found no causal links between wind farms and whale deaths. Strikes by ships, entanglement with fishing gear. Oh, man-made shit. Greenpeace, who's advocated for whale protection, have scorned the accusations as baseless claims. So what real dangers? The biggest threats are shipping collisions and entanglements in fishing gear. So overfishing and too much consumerism. Like, Jesus Christ. People want to, any effort to save the environment and make it better for us is like, it's terrorism. You know, like, holy shit. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. John Wayne and Strom Thurmond, real peaches. Yeah, for sure. All you have to do is look at Africa. What does that mean? Look at Africa about what? Commerce, economy, etc. It was 2 months ago. Oh, you told me that one already. Yep. Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand. I fucking hate her. I have not checked out the Atlas Network. It's like Scientology, except for it influences around climate development and recruits local community groups. Ooh, so another cult. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, exactly. She was collecting that sweet, sweet Social Security. I need to get to the first part of Capital by Karl Marx. Workers of the world, unite! Take some rest today? I think I should. Don Cheadle is king. For sure. Right? Here's my shock face. You get large whale strandings in Australia, no wind farms. Yeah, make sense. Yeah. The people burying their heads in the sand need to wake the fuck up because your country elected a literal rapist, hates women, Labiqua, and people of color. Oh. So they've invested a shit ton in Africa, in the continent of Africa. Makes sense. Yep, this is far more likely. Whales are affected by the sonic booms from oil exploration. Yes. You just finished The Cult of Trump. Everybody should read that. Everybody should read that. I put that in the chat, didn't I? Oh God, guys. Where's my everything? I'll put another link again. Boom. Get The Cult of Trump. Did it go through? Oh, that's because it's not a comment. I put it in there twice. Let me get to your questions really quickly here. Did I get enough sleep? Yeah, but I'm still exhausted. Where did I get the rainbow light? I got it at Target. La Target. And also the hot dog light. La Target. Did I see the reaction to Hulk Hogan? What did Hulk Hogan do? No. No is the answer. How long do you think his biggest news conference will be? I mean, he could probably pull a 3-hour conference, no worries. He's listing 100 things he wants to say. And then I say he got 23 done. Yeah. Oh, he can go forever. He's had 6-hour rallies. How does the vote counting work in the U.S.? So we have multiple ways to vote in the U.S. You can mail-in ballot, absentee ballot. Like if you can't get to your poll, like some states only do mail-in. Oregon is one of those states, right? So you're allowed to vote once you get your ballot here in Oregon, and then you can't turn that ballot in after the polls close, right? So there is like some pre-counting that they start announcing the days that the polls open, and that's all from basically the early voting is what we call it here. And then, you know, they should be, I mean, it's 2025, guys. I feel like they should be able to count it all in one night, but it's a lot of manpower and it's hundreds of millions of votes. So, yeah. How close am I to the next YouTube step, baby? It's in review. It's in review. I just have to wait for YouTube to say, you got it. You got it. So everything's under review right now. Right? Yeah. So we still need to get to 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers for everything to get unlocked, but we're in review for that. And I can't see, let's see. So we have 643 subscribers right now. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't tell me that. There's a lot of stats that you can see, but right now, my hours are like hidden because everything's under review, right? So they review whether or not you're approved for what's called YouTube AdSense. And then they have to review your channel to make sure it complies with all of the community standards. So there you go. There you go. We still need to get up to, 4,000 hours. We finally made the 3,000 hour mark. So we need to keep on climbing. Keep on keeping on, y'all. Keep on keeping on. All right. I'm heading out. I'll be back. I promise. I know I blew off a couple streams because I went so long on my other channel. So I'm definitely going to do this channel first before I do What's Up with Nora because I take way too long on that channel. And so I want to make sure I get this in because Project 2025 and what's going on with Trump is vitally important for all of our safety, sanity, and our health and beyond. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on the replay, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. I've got a whole store, guys. Don't forget, get on over to ohnomerica.com. Okay? Because we got stuff. We got merch. It's good stuff. And, you know, please go get it. Please enjoy. I have to fix one thing on the site here real quick, and then I'm going to bring it up. Pew. There we go. There we go. I love how easy everything is to do here on Fourth Wall. If you guys ever make your own merchandise site, I cannot recommend Fourth Wall enough. Please, please, please use Fourth Wall. They're amazing. But here we go, guys. We got a water bottle just dropped. My water bottle's on its way. I ordered one. We've got our Samuel Jackson line, our Regina George line. We've got the ohnomerica line. Get in on it. Get yourself a sticker. Put it somewhere. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all next. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Oh No Merica. I'm your host, Nora Ames. Hopefully this day has been informative, fun, and given you a little sparkle of Merica. Thank you to my mods, as always, for keeping things cool, chill. And if you guys want some of that sweet, sweet merch, hit us up at ohnomerica.com.
Headlines that blow your mind, only on Oh No America you'll find.